the inmate artist, submitted this picture here. Prisoners' Rights, Prison Reform Support, NPRA. The colors are going to be red and green. I spoke to the guys in the print shop. I figure we got like 1,000 copies done.
I think it's heavy enough. I approve of it, you know.
All right,
The directors of the NPRA at Walpole are meeting to review the existing situation and to anticipate future developments.
Which I'm affiliated with. I'd like to add something myself as far as the officers and inmates. In Walpole, the guards walked out and said, "To hell with everybody," right? They left us to kill each other.
While their biggest criteria at that time, we all know, was security.
At night, when we,
Responsible to them are the members of over 20 committees. The men who manage the kitchen, the hospital, the distribution of mail, educational programs, industrial production, and all block representatives are charged with solving internal problems. If a more general problem comes up, the board discusses it. The board's policy is then brought in turn before the prison population for discussion and approval. In case any member of the board is suddenly transferred to a segregation unit or to another prison, he is immediately replaced by a committee member.
by 11 o'clock anyway.
Because since they left, there's been no stabbings, no nothing. Security come almost on the basis of respect. Okay? Now they're trying to figure out, well, I said we went out on strike, you know, they thought inmate mentality was foolish. They said, now we got to get our power back. See? They want their jobs back. They want to be able to take the count. You know, they want to be able to run the kitchen, the foundry, and all these things that we're doing more efficiently than they are, and for a lot less money. And they know once we can make the public know that a prison can be run by us, that we can govern ourselves, meaning that there's no one outside to get hurt, like a guard or something like that, and that it costs, man, about 2/3 less. And plus, bring up our standard of living, making it easier to rehabilitate, you know, they would lose their jobs.
They're leaving doors open again. They left the minimum and the maximum doors to the yard open last night till 9:30. You see, now they're just waiting for somebody to make a move in the yard to violate the security so they can send the state police in here, right? So it's up to us to advise and educate all our brothers out there so no one can fall into this trap and destroy everything that we've got working for us here, you know?
We better keep always, like, we have 2 steps ahead of them.
Yeah. It's not just the cons that are being harassed right now and undermined, it's also the cadet screws that are coming in here, the new screws, and the observers. Now, the guards are slicing their tires out in the parking lot and cutting their water hoses and, you know, just harassing.
That's a crime, isn't it?
They're committing crimes against them, right. That's what they're doing to the cadets and the observers that are coming in here. See, to undermine it, to undermine the whole movement, to get the cadets to quit and walk out, and the observers to quit and walk out so they can come back in and initiate their reign of terror again, so they can go stalking the corridors with their blackjacks and pulling guys out of the cells after 10 o'clock count.
The goon squad, right? They all take a detour and go down to 10 block.
You're right.
Now you talk about control, what about those guys up there? They get beat up every night, you understand me? Now it was in the paper, and the cadets observed this. And our observers observed that the marshals taking the guy, I forget his name, you know his name, you was up there, right? Whitehurst, right? They beat him up in front of the cadets. Locked Charlie Kraft, somebody up in a cell until they took care of to what they call their business.
If it wasn't for them observers, it would have never hit the papers. In fact, them police there have been suspended.
I personally believe it isn't only the screws here in Massachusetts. I think it's all over New England and maybe from across the country are calling this Doyle, the president of the Guards Union, and telling him to tell the guards to play games with us as often as they can so they can break us. Right now we have the unity. That's the only thing that come out good during the December 29th lockup was Parole united us. We never was disunited in all the years that this prison was here, 17 years. And now the whole country, all the other prisoners are watching us, and they want to know what our final outcome is going to be here at Walpole. Are the screws going to be able to walk the corridors, or they're just going to stay in the control? Are we going to have a say of what kind of programs come in here, educational, vocational, and what have you?